I just appreciate everything that you all are doing for summer. I really do. And if I
Yeah.
tell you where I'm from, I'm afraid somebody will know who I am.
Don't do it then.
Ziggy knows where I'm from
Well, how would they know where you're from or who you are? What do you mean?
because I'm well known around here.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think.
I
I don't
told
think
you
you
where
told me
I
that.
worked at.
You might have. I talked. There for a while. I was talking to so many people. I talked to a lot of people today still, but like at a,
Oh,
you
crap.
know,
I'll just tell you. I'm from Hawkins County.
Yeah, I could already hear it in you. You got that Hawkins County dialect,
I
girl.
got that
I can
southern
hear it.
drawl, son.
Yeah, baby.
I remembered that. I knew you were in Tennessee, but I'm sure you told
Well,
me.
I mean, in this case, anytime somebody says, if I say where I'm from, they're gonna know me. They're from Hawkins County.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a real big town down here. I mean, plus I worked, I'm going to tell you where I worked at too, so everybody will know.
Okay. Wait, didn't you say?
Police department.
Yes, that's right. You worked at the sheriff's department. That's right.
Sheriff's Department for 27 years.
Yeah,
I can
that's
hear
right.
it in your voice. I already know.
I remember. I remember now. Because, yeah, when he said police department, I'm like, yep, he was right. She did work for the.
Yep,
That's yeah.
27 years I worked at the Sheriff's Department.
What did you
And
do there? Did you tell me, or you don't have to say? It's not important.
what didn't I do there?
Did you have a question for Benny that you were wanting to
No, I
ask,
just
or?
really wanted to come up and say hi to you and say hi to Beanie
Oh,
because I've
okay.
never said hi to Beanie before. And
Okay, well, that
I
was
want
nice of
I
you.
want to thank you for your I want to thank you for your public service, madam.
Yeah.
27 years in criminal justice. That's something to be proud of, man. You did your duty. I find that as admirable as going overseas to fight for foreign politics. It's a beautiful thing.
it's rough, boys. I'm glad I'm out of it though.
Well, you're better for it. Let me
It's
ask you a question since you're here.
all right.
You still got, I don't want to know what, you still got connections with the Hawkins County? I'm sure you do, don't you?
Shoot, yeah, honey, I know about all of them.
So you know the undercurrent of what's going on. You don't have to speak on it, but do you know more than the internet knows?
No, they're hush hush. They won't
Okay.
even tell me. So
Okay.
Wow.
That's good to know. That's good
the
to
only
know.
thing the sheriff told me to ask you to was to find out where or what took her 4 hours to call the sheriff's department.
4 hours.
Yeah.
We
What?
He
we've
said if
been
you
working
want to
on it,
tell
baby.
YouTube anything, ask him why it took 4 hours for her to call the sheriff's department.
Oh my God.
So I'm putting it
That's
out
gonna.
there on Ziggy's panel.
There you go. That changes the time. What do we have? We were
Oh my
stretching each
God.
of them to an active 2 hour
Who
block of
said
time
that?
where they could not be accounted for. Who said that, Miss Michelle?
The sheriff told me to say that.
There
Lawson?
you go.
Yes,
Or
because
you
I
don't have
talked to
to.
him about it.
It's fine.
He
Wow.
won't tell me anything, but he just looked at me and said, well, I know you're watching all this YouTube stuff, so ask him where that 4 hours went before she called the sheriff's office.
So we got 6 hours. If you were to put Candace's 4 hours in the now if her 4 hours ended and his 2 hours being gone picked up, you got six
You know what
hours
is four
of
hours
activity
before?
that could be done.
Dude, you know what 4 hours before is? That's when she dropped off Hunter.
It's around noon,
No, when
noon or
Hunter,
one.
she called at like 6:15, didn't
I
she?
don't really know what he meant by that, guys, but
And
he
then
told
she
me to
dropped off
ask you
Hunter
all
at
that.
2. And she dropped off Hunter at 2. That's what True said was at 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Two.
And the cops were called
The
at like
calls came in at six
remember there was
twenty
that
three and
Facebook
six
post?
twenty one.
Remember there was that Facebook post that she posted that was posted like just minutes before she called the cops, and it was like at 6 like 15 or something. Yeah, she called the cops like around 6:30ish, 6. So that means that would mean that she would have had to drop Summer off somewhere after Hunter. She dropped off Hunter, or like, whoa, this is like that's like a really important.
I saw him the other day when we had a
Well, I don't know
little
how she would
kid.
be able to confirm like that it's like 100% legit. I mean, like, I mean, I don't know how she would be able to prove that. You know what I mean? I guess we'll just have to take her word because she's, you know what I mean? Like, he's probably not going to come on here and say that. He's probably not
Oh,
going to
he's
give
not going to get on
No.
YouTube, but I tell you, everybody puts him down all the time. But I've worked with him, and he really, really, really wants to find out what happened to Summer, and it's about to get him down. And I know nobody's going to believe that. Everybody thinks he's...
Oh, no,
No,
this is not
I
a troll,
believe it.
guys.
So
I've talked to Michelle for
no.
months. She's not a troll.
No,
This
I'm
is-
not
Yeah,
a
y'all need to
troll.
pray for
That's
Ronnie
for sure.
Lawson.
I had to text her a link.
Pray for Ronnie Lawson.
I've talked to her for how long? I've talked to you like before. I mean, probably.
Yeah, I wanted to meet you when you was down here, but I never did get a chance to get up that way.
I've talked to you since November. So, you know, it's not like
That's
a troll, but,
that's
you know,
crazy.
it's hearsay, and we're, you know, I mean, it's not absolute proof because we didn't hear it ourselves we're hearing it from Michelle. So it's not, of course, just like everything else, like we don't have very much 100% facts. Like to Michelle, she could take it as 100% fact because she heard it directly from, you
The
know,
sheriff.
but you know, you have to, you have to.
I mean, we've
decide
been
for
friends
yourself.
for years.
Wow.
I mean,
That's crazy.
and everybody's always saying he's
like-
kin to Don, he's kin to this, kin to that. No, he's not, because I called him and asked him. I said, "Are you kin to these people?" He said, "No."
Don is from Utah. He has no
That's what he
bloodline
said. He
down there.
said he's from Utah, man. I'm not kin to him.
No, his folks, his people are up there in Utah. His mama came down there, but she wasn't having no more kids. He don't, you know, unless the Goads are some way shoestring tied to the Lawsons, it would still be a step scenario, right? So
I'm sorry. I'm just shocked by that. That's probably one of the most. that's really a big deal.
You thought it was going to come up here and be hateful, didn't you?
No, I just want to make sure because
I mean, Ziggy.
Yeah.
We also had the other we had the other change in the timeline over on my call earlier where she talked about you know, sitting on the porch looking at the TikTok with Summer that before she went missing. So now, you know, now it seems like this timeline is super duper flexible. Huh?
I know, right? We never heard before anything about watching TikTok on a porch.
Nope. While Summer played with her toys, we never heard anything about that. It's a new one. It's like the introduction of the nap after 9 months. You know,
Wow.
like where does this come from, and how do we fit it in with everything that we feel like we? I mean, Candus has helped us concrete a lot of this. Don and Candus have helped us concrete a lot of things that we think we know. Well, then when you hear these alternate endings and these different scenarios and they seemingly come from high places, man, it destroys what they've tried to concrete for 11 months.
Yeah. Man, I wish so. I wish there was a way like he would come. I mean, he would, I don't know. I wish there was a way we could we could find that out for, like, he would say it. I mean, I don't know. I know he's not going to come on YouTube or go on.
Nah, he's not going to come on YouTube.
But like, it would be just nice to have it like straight from him, you know? I mean, just for everybody.
Well, he told me that, honey. I got nothing to lie about.
I know. I believe you. I'm just saying, like, for everybody, because this is like, that's really important.
I'm thinking him saying they've been uncooperative is about as close to that same question as we're gonna get. I mean, he's got issues, and it's with the uncooperativeness.
That's another thing I talked to him about too. I said,
okay,
why all of a sudden You know, when I called him after that interview, and I said, "Was you kind of pissed that day you was talking on the news?" And he said, "Not really, but it's getting aggravating with all the lies." He said, "I said, have they got attorneys?" He said, "Yes, they do, and they are not
Criminal attorneys
cooperating."
or family law attorneys? He didn't specify probably?
The ones that are over the boys is the one that's over Summer too.
Okay, so that's the family law. Family court.
Wow.
Which they would have the ability to advise them on what they should or shouldn't do, because at that point they are working in the best interest of the family at whole. So if it's the best thing for the children for Don to, not say anything, or to, because just because it's still a right to plead the fifth, to not say anything. It is a right. But at the same time, your right could also equate to being uncooperative. You follow me? You have the right to go in and say, "I don't want to answer any questions." That's your right. But it is also being uncooperative. So it's a slippery slope.
Chasing Truth just like said something that like freaking just like blew my mind.
I can't see the chat, so
she said female FBI lady did say last seen early afternoon. Oh my God.
I didn't hear what you said.
Which early afternoon is not 4. 4 is
right. It would have been
towards
like 2,
supper time.
1 o'clock too, No,
yeah, because 5 is what? 5 is getting into the evening. Sorry.
Yeah, so that would like.
So, is this something that everybody should be looking at here? I heard this a while back, but it kind of just slipped my head, like I'm sure everybody's head. But it just got brought up on Ziggy's panel by Michelle. So there's a 4-hour lapse. Benny Keyz and Michelle, and they were on Ziggy's panel, and yeah, this is crazy. You guys let me know. Please subscribe, share to your friends. Let's find out what the deal is. Let's see if we can find out what happened to these missing 4 hours. Crazy. It slipped my head. Thank you. Let everybody know. God bless. Talk soon. Let's get Summer Wells back. It's time.